Hi everyone, it is 1:12 a.m. here on the East Coast, and it is the 3rd of June, 2013. I wanted to talk about something concerning the current uprisings in Turkey. And for those of you who don't know what's going on in Turkey, there seems to be a major protests and uprisings in Turkey right now because the government wanted to take a park and turn it into a mall. And that one event has turned into a major riots over there. And the reason I want to talk about this is not to really dwell on the actual riots themselves, but I do want to talk about something that I heard about a few years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago, from a guy. Many of you may or may not know him. His name, he was a futurist, and he still is. He still does the Matrix Institute website. You guys can look it up if you want. And the guy's name is called Gordon Michael Scallion. And what he pretty much did is he had a newsletter out a month, and he still has the monthly newsletter out. And he predicted all sorts of different weather events that they would get worse. And what he pretty much predicts is a major pole shift. But that's not what I want to talk about. The reason I want to talk about Gordon Michael Scallion right now is that within his website, or within his newsletter, I should say, he left an area for people's questions and answers. And when people wrote him, he pretty much answered them in the newsletter. And one of the questions that he got years ago was if he saw an event playing out in the Middle East that was likened to a biblical Armageddon type scenario. And he pretty much said that the only thing he saw that was something like some sort of a biblical Armageddon type event. Now, he didn't say Armageddon was going to happen, but he said he saw something, the closest thing he saw to a war in the Middle East occurring is that if that event would occur, he sees Turkey would play a major role in the event, meaning to watch Turkey. In fact, that was his words. Watch Turkey, because when Turkey has trouble, that's when the next domino would fall, and the other countries would pretty much be in a warlike scenario, and that's the one event he saw, and he says it would be localized. Now, if this is true, people, then every time I see the Middle East break out in some sort of a fighting, I don't really worry about it too much because the Middle East always fought, you know. But now we have Syria fighting, we have Turkey fighting, we have Iraq possibly going to have war with Israel. I mean, Iran, should I say? Did I say Iraq? I meant Iran. Possibly going to have war with Israel if they don't get their nuclear stuff together. We got Israel and Lebanon fighting. We got all these different countries right now. We got Egypt. Egypt is also in an uproar. And we have all these different countries playing right now. And I guess what I'm trying to say, people, is this new thing with Turkey really worries me. Because if what Gordon Michael Scallion said is true, then this could be the event he saw as the catalyst to all the other events. Now, I could be wrong, I could be totally off base here, but I just thought I'd put this out there for those people that know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure exactly if you know who Gordon Michael Scallion is. Some people do, some people think he is truly a futurist and he can see things in the future. Some people think he's bogus. You know, everyone has their viewpoints. That's plenty. That's fine with me. You know, I can't argue with that. But all I'm saying is that I think we should all watch this event play out right now. Maybe this thing will subside and it'll just be just one of those other protests, just another protest in the Middle East, and they'll protest and fight, and people will get killed and hurt and maimed. And this will go on for a few weeks or a few months, and it'll die off. I hope that's the case, people. I really do. And I hope everything else calms down. You know, I hope Syria, what's going on in Syria right now. I hope things calm down there, but right now, as things stand over there in Syria, it looks like we're getting ready to intervene over there, according to what I'm hearing. And if we do that, well, then all bets are off. I don't know what happens if the West starts, taking military action with all the other countries, all the willing countries, like England, the UK, England, and all the, they say that some of the Arab countries are going to play a role and come to our aid, but that would only incite more fighting, because if Saudi Arabia starts fighting against Syria, then Syria will start fighting against Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia we get most of our oil from. So that alone would play into a major conflict, and needless to say, also add to gas prices and oil prices. So watch this event right now playing out in Turkey, people. That's all I really wanted to put out. It's a very important situation right now, what's doing over there in Turkey. I have never seen such a quick explosion. It was almost overnight that the whole country pretty much is now in uproar over this park, over this one park that they didn't want built. So it's very interesting how quickly things unravel, but I think that's because of the internet now. Thoughts and words and ideas travel so fast within the blink of an eye, and you have such access to people that you can actually get a protest going in the matter of minutes. If you want to just get a whole bunch of people together, and with Twitter, with Facebook, with YouTube, and all the social networks, it doesn't take long before you have thousands and tens of thousands of people joining you in protesting. So watch this area, people. Watch Turkey. Like Gordon Michael Scallion says, watch Turkey, because that's what he saw. Take it easy, everyone, and stay safe. Bye.